Hello everyone, this is Indy here. I'm coming to you with a new game. Well, new to the channel, not new to me, and certainly not a new game to play. And it's called Subsistence. Some of you may have seen the game, some of you may have played the game. It may be new to some of you as well. So I'm just starting off a new playthrough. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope we can have some fun together. As I say, it's been a while since I've played this game, so I'm having to remember as I play. I have played in this area before, and I quite like it. It's not necessarily my chosen area, but in this game you get put in the world at a random spot, and you either play with where you are or you run a lot to get to where you want to play. I quite like this area, so I'm going to stay here. Now, this game, as those of you who have played will know, is not easy. It's not hard, but it's not easy. It can be quite brutal at times. You do need to consider your options, or consider your actions very carefully, because you need to do certain things. I'm just reloading my pistol, which is one of the first things you should do when you start. But I'm going to get my axe out, and I'm going to chop this tree, because one of the first things we need is wood. Can't really build anything without wood. And from the big trees, like that one, you also get grubs, and grubs are handy to eat when you're close to starvation, which this game, in early game, you always seem to be close to starvation. You're just one rabbit away, or one plant away. So I'm on the lookout for fibre, because you also need fibre to build. I'm on the lookout for crates, because I need nails to build, and I'm picking up wood as I go. And the reason I'm going backwards and forwards is because crates will often spawn where you've just been. And there's a bear there, who I don't want to mess with right at the moment. So you need to be very careful in the first week or two. Well, I don't mean week or two, I mean days. In the first days that you're playing, you need to be very careful, because there are bears, there are wolves. In the higher regions there are cougars, although they tend to be up near the snow line, and they, as far as I know, they don't spawn in until you place your base unit. So I'll talk about the base unit in a little while. The base unit is a thing that you put in your base, obviously, and a lot of things that you need to build, you can't build until you have a base unit. But once you have a base unit, then hunters start to spawn in the world. Now, it's a game where you can turn off hunters. So if you choose to do that, that's fine. You can actually turn them off and then turn them back on another time if you want. And unless you're pretty good at these sort of games, you might want to turn them off while you first start to learn the game. You can turn them on in a save, in the same save, so it's not like you're losing the save or have to start again to turn them on. which is a good thing I like about the game. The game is developed by a lone developer, and he's been developing it for a while. He does a very good job of it. It's a beautiful game, and I've heard a bear there. So animals will give you a warning. Now that up there, that's a crate, a locked crate, and I need a key to unlock that, and you can't get the key until you've put a base unit down. Alright, so animals will give you a warning. The first growl is an I'm here, be aware, and if you stay in the area, they will give you a second growl, which means I'm coming to eat you. So at this stage, the pistol won't take down a bear. It may take down a wolf if you're a good shot, but you only get 7 bullets. So use them wisely. There's not a lot of room for error in this game. And of course you're fighting against the climate, the weather, hot and cold. It's a battle. You're looking for food because you get hungry very quickly and start to starve. At the moment I'm just looking for fibre and crates because fibre's going to be made into rope, which I can then use to make either a bow or a fishing rod. And there's advantages and disadvantages of both. The fishing rod requires a little bit of patience, and you have to have some bait, some lure for your hooks. The bow, you've got to make arrows for, of course, and you've got to find a rabbit or a chicken. So, as I say, there's benefits and drawbacks to either. And what I'm looking for in the water is kelp. Kelp can keep you alive in the early game if you can find nothing else. So it's always a handy thing to have in the first few days. In fact, the first couple of weeks of in-game play, in my experience, may not be everybody's experience, but first couple of weeks in my experience involve most of my time being spent running around looking for food. And then when you have food, you're running around looking for crates. Now I have to decide where I'm going to build as well. I don't want to be too high up in the snow line. I need to be near water. Because unlike other games, you can't build a water collector, or maybe you can in later game, I can't remember. But you can't build one in very early game. So I'm looking for a nice place to build. And I know a couple of places, but I want to build somewhere different. I like this waterfall, and I have thought about building across the river here, close to the waterfall. I don't know. Or the other option could be down on the beach, which is down here. I could build across those two rocks as well. The higher you get in the game, not in level, but in altitude, the colder it gets. So I prefer to be closer to the lowlands, so I'm not having to deal with cold in early game. That one I've already taken. So the trees, you can cut the wood twice a day, and the crates respawn halfway through the day, so twice a day with new crates, things like that. Quite like this area here along the beach. There do tend to be bears around here, which is a bit of a drawback, and it's right on the one side of the map, which makes it a little bit of a challenge because it's a long way to go to get anywhere. But I do like being against this rock. It makes a nice little bay for some water, and so I think I'll probably build here, but I can't build at the moment. I don't have enough wood, I don't have enough nails, I don't have enough cordage, all of which I need to build. So I'm getting a bit of a sore throat. I hope I was able to pause the recording there for a minute while I coughed. If not, I'll cut it out. So, still looking for cordage or fibre to make cordage. I'm looking for crates. I'm collecting wood. So if you manage your energy levels well, as you're getting to, as it turns the bar on the right, the top bar on the right, as it turns yellow, if you find some wood to stop and cut, your energy will replenish, or your stamina, I think we could call it. So the art of the game is stamina management as well as resource management, and building, surviving. That's why it's called subsistence. Even survival is difficult. Now there's a wolf up there somewhere. I saw him a little minute ago. I want to get up there to that tree. So it's a matter of weaving sometimes through wolves and bears and other creatures. But I want to get to the grub tree. I don't like going, oh, there's the wolf over there. I don't like approaching them from below because I can't see predatory animals that might be around them on top of the hill. Right. I'm going to start making some planks. Hopefully I'm in a safe enough place. I need planks to start building a platform for the beginning of my base. I also need to retain some wood for the fire tonight. Stopping to chop trees also allows time for things to spawn in around you. Most of my craft in this game. I've learnt from Game Edged and Mitts, and if you want to learn the game well, watch Mitts. I'll put a link to their channels down below this video. But you can also find them in my channels that I like to follow list. But they're the best two for playing this game that I know of. And Mitts, I would have to say, is the best. Now, the next thing I want to do, once I've made a platform, which will be my first step, platform, one off, I need to make cordage. Is to make a bow, because you starve very quickly in this game without a means of catching food. You can't live just on the few herbs you pick up. And even less berries, so you have to try and catch animals. You can try and chase a chicken. People do it. But chickens do have a habit of running you straight into bears and wolves, and there's 2 bears there. That's not very healthy. Not at all. So runaway is the wisest option in this game. Even late game, unless you have enough ammo and the right weapons, runaway is always the option. Once I get the shotgun, I'm happy to face a wolf, but not a bear. Alright, so we're going to have to just take it slowly along here, stop and chop some wood. Head back towards the area I want to build. See if I can get a bear-free passage. I really do need some more cordage for a bow. But let's at least get a platform down. So that's it. I can't make any more platform. I do have enough to make a bow. Weapons, a bow, so I need to make cordage and sticks. Sticks, 1, 2, and that's telling me, that flash of red is telling me I'm hungry, so I need to eat, or I die. You need protein, vegetables and water. I'll have to drink some water. The thing I'm short of is protein, so I'll have to eat those grubs because that's the only protein I have at the moment, and I have to run away from that wolf and hopefully not straight into the arms of a bear. And of course I'm still looking for cordage and crates, or fibre and crates. Fibre I'll make into cordage. Alright, so it's a little bit early yet to be going to build a platform. Although I could put the platform down, couldn't I? And then come back and get some stuff I need. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to pop this no, wrong one. I like to have it up against the cliff, I think. Gives me a feeling of security, even if it's not very secure. Now, I can't remember how to rotate. Oh, yes. No, that's in, that's out, that's rotate. I don't want it too high because I won't be able to get up on it otherwise. This will do. Just something to keep me up off the ground for tonight. And we'll have to build out from here. You can move them slightly if you want. And I actually find it easier to move, build and then move. That's where I want it, like that. Yes, that's better. And I'll put the fire in here, which I need to build. Fire. I'll build that. I won't put it. Oh, I can put it down yet. I just don't need to light it yet. And I need to make some more sticks. Fire. Put this in here. Oops. Put it there. And to light a fire, you need to put wood in it. Make sure you get plenty in, unless you're only using it just for the night and then moving on. Cordage. I've got enough cordage. Well, I don't have any choice. I don't have any more. Weapons. What do I need? I haven't got enough cordage. So I'm going to have to go and find some. So this is the first battle of the day. Is staying alive long enough to get enough cordage to build a bow or a fishing rod. And I can never decide which I want to do because they both have their place. But I do need more cordage. Come on. Sometimes it's very hard to see. You do get used to seeing it in the game, but it can be a little bit of a challenge at first. I will get this tree. I can see a bear over there, or it might be a wolf. And I've heard a bit, so go this way a little bit. I need to work my way down back to my base, but I need to do it safely. So if I cross over here, There's full damage in this game too, so you don't want to injure yourself with full damage in the vicinity of a bear or a wolf. Crate. Good. That means there's nails. Now the next thing I need to build after the bow is a storage chest. I can't remember if there's encumbrance in this game. I don't think so. I think it's just space in the bag limitation. But it's been a while since I've played, so I'm not 100% sure. But here we are, nearly back at base. I've seen some more fibre here, which I'm going to get. Grab that. I'll grab this crate. Blue ones are generally ammunition, and the wooden ones are generally builders' crates with nails and things like that in them. And the I can't remember what the other colour crates are. The greeny ones. Well, they're more survival sort of crates. Let's eat those. Let's we'll save that grub for tomorrow. Let's see how we're going cordage wise. Let's if we can make some more. Yes, I can make 2. Now that should mean I can make a bow. I've got to get water as well to put on the fire when I turn the fire on. There's some things heard me. Hopefully it won't make its way down to investigate me, because I'll be in trouble. Okay. Now, do I have arrows? That's another question, because I need to make arrows as well. I've got feathers, so I can make a couple of arrows. I just need to make a stick first. You get 2 arrows when you make, for whatever the cost of the arrow is, you get 2 of it. So let's put the water on the fire. Usually I like to have caught and cooked some meat by now. But yeah, you just pop the water on the fire. It's grey, like that browny colour when it's dirty, and it changes to blue when it's fresh. Not the container, the droplet at the side turns to blue when it's fresh. And I try and keep my eye on it, take it off the fire, because I've left them on the fire a lot. And yeah, you don't get it back until you die. If you die, you do get it back. And I think that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. So thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed the series, if you enjoyed this episode, then drop me a like. Let me know what you think, whether you want to see more of this series or not. And yeah, don't forget to check out Mitz's channel and Game Edged, although he's not currently playing Subsistence, but he does have a whole series on there, or a couple of series on there that you could watch. And if you want to see more of it, subscribe. Bye.